What is life-changing medicine? Is it returning to the playing field or your favorite hiking path after an injury? Or running with your grandkids after a joint replacement? At UPMC, life-changing medicine is all those things. Through innovative research, rehabilitation, and advanced surgical procedures, our experts get you back to what you love doing. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Stay up to date on the greatest shows on dirt with text messages from DIRTVision. Visit alerts.dirtvision.com to sign up. Get the latest info on your favorite National Racing Series broadcasts, plus those from our premier weekly tracks. Sign up now at alerts.dirtvision.com.
Want to make 2026 a year to remember? Then we should be your first stop. Dave Warren Power Sports has the Kawasaki lineup ready. Brute Force ATVs, mule side-by-sides, and jet skis built for serious fun. Before spring hits, stop in and gear up. Dave Warren Power Sports, where the fun begins.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items we produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, we can do that. We have a full team of engineers ready to take your concept from prototype to full production. Call us for a quote today to see your next idea brought to life. Kaiser Manufacturing, proud to be Michigan made.
You're watching the World of Outlaws late models, presented by DIRTVision.
Powerful late models on the planet!
The best drivers, the best coverage. DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
From the state lines of New York and Pennsylvania to the state lines of Pennsylvania and Ohio, the World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision continue their busy summer travels here tonight at Sharon Speedway. Good evening, race fans. We welcome you into Hartford, Ohio. My name is Peyton Williams. We'll hear from series announcer Ruben Morales in just a few minutes. The trip to the Northeast for the Outlaws this week actually started this past Wednesday at State Line Speedway, and it was an MD3 Rookie of the Year contender who pieced together a perfect night en route to his first career Outlaw win.
The Rick Briggs Memorial, powered by Dave Warren Power Sports, back underway. Dalton Wilson to the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Zach Mitchell quickly to second here. Dave Hess on the outside, trying to get that top side rolling. Him and Hoffman wheel to wheel for that third position in turn number one. So right now, Dave Hess has that high side working for him. Just trying to stay consistent up there. And at the line, he'll have third over Hoffman. Hoffman fourth. And they're reeling in the 22 star Zach Mitchell. Trying to take fourth here down the front straightaway. Hoffman still has it, but just by a Hoosier. You're not missing anything up front. Dalton Wilson has caught Larson. Everyone right around him on the bottom, either just cruising along there. And Pierce now trying to get around Hess for the third position. Dalton Wilson leads us here at the 58V. Zach Mitchell continue to hold on to second. Dave Hassan. Oh, Hoffman, hang on. Along with Hess down the back straightaway, a little wobbly there. These drivers sorted out, and here comes Gustin. And the 19R down the front straightaway. Can we see drivers move up here maybe? Ryan Gustin from 10th up to 6th, up 4 positions. Now Pierce trying to get around Dave Hess. Pierce. Oh man. Puts the nose under the fuel cell of the 44. Holy cow, that was close. Down the back straightaway, Hoffman to the inside of Hess trying to take third. Pierce giving it all he's got, but the Dave Warrant Power Sports caution is out here with 16 to go. Dave Hess, a 2-time World of Outlaws feature winner, and Pierce, well, trying to become a 3-time champion this year, 2-time champion. Needs no introduction, trying to go 7 in a row and get his 59th win, but they put together a team. He got second in East Alabama, second at Bedford, 2 big heartbreaks, but those wounds gonna be healed tonight. He is officially a World of Outlaws feature winner. Dalton Wilson wins it at State Line.
And what a special night it was for Dalton Wilson and Bust-Eye earlier this week. It was the one and only stop for the Outlaws in the Empire State, and it ends with the Fayetteville, North Carolina native getting his first career Outlaw victory. It was awesome to see the emotion in victory lane, not just from him, but from Mike Ray, his crew chief, the entire Big Frog Motorsports team. And Wilson said earlier today that he'd be lying if he didn't feel like the pressure was continuing to intensify as the season went on. Trey Mills was inching closer and closer to the top spot in this year's Rookie of the Year points battle, but for Dalton Wilson, he said that win came at just the right time. He's got the proverbial monkey off his back, and he hopes that that makes the rest of the 2026 campaign for him just a little bit easier.
I mean, we definitely wanted to try to win this Rookie of the Year deal and win some races. You know, I know we kind of put this deal together a little bit there at the end of last year, and I felt like we had some speed and we had a good car, and we knew it was going to take some time to get the consistency and get the pieces and stuff put together. But you know, I'm not really new to the touring thing, but I'm new to this tour, and you know, 90% of these racetracks I've never been to. You know, State Line, I'd never even seen the place. You know, never even been here. So, you know, that's part of it. That's part of doing this deal, and that's the challenge of getting up every day and trying to tackle something new. And a win changes everything. You know, this deal's hard. You know, that's what we're all here to do, is try to win a race. You know, win races. And you know, when you're close and things don't go your way and you have a streak of bad luck, and you know, winning cures a lot of things. So you know, I mean, the points are going to fall where they fall. Obviously, I can't sit here and tell you that I wasn't noticing Trey, you know, really close in, but you know, I also have confidence in our team, and you know, we've had some really bad luck, you know, and had some really bad finishes and not really of our doing. So, you know, we just got to keep our heads up and stay positive and don't let the bad days, you know, affect the future. And that's kind of where we've at. And, you know, that win definitely was a pick-me-up that we all needed.
And it indeed was the pick-me-up, just the words that Dalton Wilson said right there in that soundbite. He had just finished inside the top 10 in only 2 of the previous 11 Outlaw features entering State Line Speedway this past Wednesday night. Now, I'm not sure how many folks had this on their bingo card, but you take an MD3 Rookie of the Year contender from the Carolinas region. He travels up to the Northeast, and he is the one that puts a stop, to the Smooth Operators run at history. Bobby Pierce was trying to win 7 consecutive races with the Outlaws here in 2026. It would have been a record-breaking number. He had 6 back in 2024. Darrell Lanigan also had that mark from 2012, but Bobby Pierce with a 5th place run at State Line the other night, just 1 feature win shy of making history the other night. But let's take a look at how Bobby Pierce now has been able to accumulate one of the larger points leads at this point in the 2026 season. Now it's just 71 points here after a very impressive stretch. Those 7 starts, of course, the 6 wins as he swept the Northern Swing. He continues his top 5 streak, however. Now 9 straight top 5s for the smooth operator, and a top 5 finish in 13 of the last 14 features. He won his heat race on all 6 of the nights during the Northern Swing. He posted quick time at I-94 EMR Speedway. And just to help prove the point of how dominant Bobby Pierce was over the last couple of weeks, we ran over 300 laps of competitive action. Bobby Pierce led 231 of those. So nearly 80% of the laps going the way of the defending series champion as he accumulated those wins and now has a somewhat sizable cushion atop the point standings. And for the field, it may be trouble again here tonight as Bobby Pierce hopes to return to winning ways at a racetrack that, well, he's the winningest driver in series history. He's won here 3 times. He's won 3 of the last 4 actually here at Sharon Speedway. He hopes to make it 4 out of 5 here tonight and continue to set sail atop the point standings. If there is a driver here, however, that can put a stop to that, potentially it's the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. As Ryan Gustin continues to be a veteran with the World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision, there's quite a few tracks that the Reaper has continued to dominate, and Sharon Speedway very well could be at the top of that list. In 10 career starts here at Sharon Speedway, he's been rather dominant. His first start came here in 2021. That night, Gustin was the hard charger. He gained 12 positions before ultimately finishing in the runner-up position to Kyle Larson. Gustin has 2 wins here. His first one came in his second ever start at Sharon Speedway in 2022, and then he won here a year later, of course, in 2023. He's been on the podium 60% of the time. He's finished in the top 5 7 times, and he's been in the top 10 on all but one occasion, that one race being a DNF back in 2023 when he hit the Uke tire on lap 4 and ultimately finished in the last position. He has an average start here of 6.2 with an average finish of 5.8, but if you remove that DNF, really those numbers look to be about an average start of 7th with an average finish of just worse than 3rd. So Ryan Gustin hoping to get his second win of 2026. His lone win came back at the Dairyland Showdown at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. It's a lovely night to go racing here. Mother Nature, unfortunately, didn't play nice yesterday. We had to pull the plug about 2:15 Eastern time. We weren't able to put cars onto the racing surface, but we've got 60 laps of feature racing action on an 80-degree night here in Hartford, Ohio. The World of Outlaws late models presented by DIRTVision, being accompanied tonight by the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. As we run through our order of events this evening, in the next few moments, you'll see the Outlaws on track for their hot laps before we move directly into Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. We'll then pull the cars off track for opening ceremonies. We'll have 4 8-lap heat races for the Outlaws, followed by our UMP Modified heats. We'll talk to the top 2 drivers from the Outlaw heats during the redraw on the front stretch. We'll have a pair of 10-lap last chance showdowns for the Outlaws and B-mains for the Modifieds as well. Then the main event of the night, 60 laps around Sharon Speedway, $20,000 going to tonight's winner. And then we'll have the Dirt Car UMP Modified feature to close out the program as well. But once again, my name is Peyton Williams. I'm the pit reporter this evening. I'm high atop Sharon Speedway here in the sweet tower of turn number 1 as we send things to the booth at this time to the voice of the series, Ruben Morales. Ruben, a very important night tonight for these Outlaw competitors. This has been a staple on the schedule for years now, but this is the last tune-up before Crown Jewel season in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. You bring up a good point. Prairie Dirt Classic, USA Nationals right around the corner. How about Sharon Speedway also? This is the 19th ever feature in the history of the World of Outlaws. This racetrack has rich history with the Outlaws. We've been visiting since 2004, but out of those 19 visits, 14 different winners in 18 completed features here, so only 4 repeat winners. And you talk about Ryan Gustin, he's one of them. And one thing I do want to mention about Ryan Gustin right now, 7 straight top 10s in World of Outlaws competition right now. One of the longest active streaks right now with the Outlaws. He's been consistent, and we know one thing about that Cooney Motorsports team: when the big money is on the line, the Reaper strikes. That team right now looking really strong, and again, they love Sharon Speedway. This is one of the racetracks that they circle on the calendar that they cannot wait to get to every year. I could see Ryan Gustin possibly getting a win here tonight at that 19R. Moving on from that, of course, hot laps. race getting ready to commence here. Drivers rolling onto the speedway down the back straightaway. We'll introduce you to him. There's Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. Turbo currently third in the World of Outlaws point standings, looking for a 7th win. Of course, the majority of his wins all coming here in the Buckeye State except one. In the 11A, Alan Clark out of Moundsville, West Virginia, trying to make his first ever World of Outlaws feature start here tonight. It's his 2nd year behind the wheel of a super late model. There's a 22, Greg Satterley out of Indiana, Pennsylvania, 2-time Appalachian Speedway champion, 4 World of Outlaw feature wins. The Truth out of Indiana, Pennsylvania. Down the front straightaway out of Oil City, Pennsylvania, the 24, Tyler Wyant made his first ever World of Outlaws feature start earlier this year at Volusia Speedway Park during the Federated Auto Parts Dirt Car Nationals, finished 29th. The 21-year-old second-generation driver trying to make his 2nd start as he now is in his 4th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Right behind him, into Chris and Don Wilson owned, a number 27W to Cortland, Ohio, Eric Wilson. Wilson, 7th year behind the wheel of a super late model, 3 World of Outlaws feature starts, and best finish is 20th at Sharon here in 2023. The 2006 Series champion out of Watertown, New York, Tim McCready, 7th all-time on the wins list with 41 career victories, 2 wins in the 2026 World of Outlaws season. Final driver out there, the number 55, Chris Snyder out of Lower Burrell, Pennsylvania. 1 World of Outlaw start came last year at Sharon, 21st in the 55. As those are all the drivers here in Hot Lap session number 1 around Sharon Speedway. Track record here, 14.842. Heavy downpours here yesterday at Sharon. And by the way, they just added some new dirt onto this racetrack as well. First time we will see that new dirt here on this racing surface. Sharon Speedway, of course, you can catch every lap live on DIRTVision, one of America's premier dirt tracks, and a great partner with us here on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. Eric Wilson right now, 15.737. Checkered flag is going to fly here. Greg Satterley is 2nd. And no one's going to stop Eric Wilson, 15.648 tonight, $100 for the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. Eli Johnson ended up getting a good $200 paycheck at State Line Speedway, because when the drivers don't have the sticker that have the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, that money carries over to the next event. By the way, race fans, if you're looking for the Dirt King Simulator, should return soon. No timeline, but Scotty Parker, the gentleman that runs it down there, is now down in the pits helping Zach Mitchell in the 22 star. Of course, Dirt King Simulator, all associated there with Team 22. So hopefully we have the simulator out there on vendor row for you soon. If you were looking forward to that, we do apologize for that, but of course some changes in that team, and Scotty Parker now taking on a new role down in the pit area, which, by the way, what a run for Zach Mitchell and the team at State Line. Fantastic 2nd place run. We'll see what they can do here tonight. Next group led out by the number 9, Brayton Santee out of Conneaut, Ohio. 10 World of Outlaws feature starts for Brayton Santee. In his 9th year behind the wheel of a super late model, best finish with the Outlaws, 18th at Erie Speedway back in 2017. MD3 Rookie of the Year contender at Hookstown, Pennsylvania, Logan Zarin, currently 13th in the World of Outlaws point standings, trying to close in on Brent Larson for 12th in that number 1Z 6th year behind the wheel of a super. Also on the speedway, you'll find a 32, Bobby Pierce, a driver that has had success here. He's won here 3 times with the Outlaws. Bobby Pierce went 3 in a row here in 2024, won both of them, and then won the first night here in 2025 before Marlar won the finale last year. There you see a souvenir trailer. His mom slinging the cotton down there as 32 merch trailer open. There's the number 22 star. We were just talking about him, Zach Mitchell, 2nd place run. In his World of Outlaws debut with Team 22 Incorporated, Zach Mitchell is 3rd Outlaw start of the season, and that is his best finish of the season. 1-time World of Outlaws feature winner at Volunteer Speedway in Tennessee back in 2020. There's your new World of Outlaws most recent feature winner, Dalton Wilson, becoming the 105th different winner with a series. Currently 7th, now leads MD3 Rookie of the Year point standings by 74 points over the 14 of Trey Mills. There's the 10. Now, Jared Miley and Levi Yetter are both here. That is going to be Jared Miley. Jared Miley out of Pittsburgh, One Outlaw win back in 2022 at Port Royal in his 55. World of Outlaw starts, Lernerville track champion. And there's Tristan Chamberlain in the 20 TC, currently 11th in the World of Outlaws point standings. One more top 10 for Tristan Chamberlain, and that's going to match his career best, a 6 back in 2024. This young man is having a good season, improving night in and night out in that 20 TC. Those are all the drivers here in this hot lap session. Eric Wilson still atop of the charts. Zach Mitchell, second quick overall. Dalton Wilson, third quick. Bobby Pierce, fourth quick. And Greg Satterley in fifth. So Eric Wilson still atop of the charts, but Zach Mitchell is the fastest out of this group. There you see the 22 star on your screen, 15.722 for Zach Mitchell. Next group getting ready to roll onto the speedway here in just a few moments. I was just mentioning Tristan Chamberlain. Last year he had 4 top 10s with the Outlaws. The year before 6. Right now has 5. Got 9th at State Line. That young man continues to do better. There you see him in the 20 TC. He's been putting it in the redraws. And Tristan Chamberlain. Fun to see the improvements night in, night out. Next group led out by the Tide Touring number 9, Nick Hoffman, out of Mooresville, North Carolina. In that Tide Touring number 9, Hoffman currently second in the World of Outlaws point standing, 71 points back of Bobby Pierce. Right behind him out of Garland, there you see the Nick Hoffman souvenir trailer actually on DIRTVision. Head on down there and grab yourself some Nick Hoffman merchandise. Really cool merchandise down there, by the way. There's Ryan Scott out of Garland, Pennsylvania, 18th year behind the wheel of a super late model for the 2-time State Line Speedway track champion. 11 Outlaw starts, best finish 8th at State Line back in 2018. Also on the Speedway, good to see Chubb Frank with us out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. Chubb Frank, 16 World of Outlaw feature wins to his name for the 2004 World 100 champion. Ran 14 seasons of the Outlaws. Unfortunately, never got that championship, but came so close in 2007. Steve Francis, the champion that season. When he got second, that was Chubb Frank. There's the 97, but Kevin Smith out of Arkport, New York. Kevin Smith trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature event. His father, Mike Smith, kind of stepping aside just a little bit. They're trying to get Kevin, his program dialed in. His 5th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Good to have the 97 with us here this week with us. There's the 19, Bob Dorman. He took it into the infield here. The driver to Stockton, New York. Bob Dorman, 8 Outlaw starts, best finish 11th at Eries in 2021. Dennis Erb Jr., the 2022 series champion. Dennis Erb Jr. since his season best at West Virginia Motor Speedway, where he got second. He's gone 6 for 9 in the top 10. And also, this track, he's not too shabby. 8th and a 3rd a year ago for Dennis Erb Jr. He's never won at this racetrack, but Dennis Erb Jr. is actually pretty good here. We'll see what he can do here tonight in that 28. Another driver that's been good, Dustin Sorensen in the 19. 8th, 10th, and 11th. His 4 feature finishes here at Sharon. 3 straight top 10s right now, and 5 of the last 6 in the World of Outlaws have been in the top 10 for the 19 at Dustin Sorensen. We'll see what he can do here tonight. There's Lincoln Smith, 15-year-old, first-generation driver, 2nd year behind the wheel of a super late model. We saw him earlier this year, and he turned some heads. Put it in the redraw. 14th at Wayne County. It was fun to see Lincoln Smith. This young man has some talent. Glad he's here with us here tonight. Those are all the drivers on the Speedway. I'll tell you what, 33 cars, but these 33 cars are really good cars. Really good talent in this Ohio, Pennsylvania area, and we love coming out here. As Dennis Erb Jr. now with the Dirt King simulators, fastest hot lap, 15.431. We talk about the consistency streak. When they hit it, and they're on it right now. As I mentioned, 6 of the last 9 in the top 10, 8th and 3rd here last year at Sharon, and right now to the top of the charts with a 15.431. As those cars will make their exit. Good to have the drone here at Sharon Speedway. Sharon Speedway here in Hartford, Ohio. Now there's 2 Hartford, Ohios. Don't get confused. We are not by Columbus. We are on the eastern part of the Buckeye State. Next to, what is it, Austintown? Is that correct? Austintown, I believe. Is that correct, Jim?
We're closer to Sharon, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Sharon, Pennsylvania. There you go.
Short distance away, mate. 4 or 5 minutes.
Because State Line's right there, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever looked that up on Google Maps or Apple, whatever navigation you use, don't get confused. We're over here by Sharon, Pennsylvania. Beautiful facility. Come check it out. All right, next group Bob Dorman in the 19. He was a Group 2 early. He's back onto the Speedway. I introduced you to him earlier. 2019 Hidden Valley track champion. The 14, that's Trey Mills, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender, currently 8th in the World of Outlaws point standings, 74 points back of MD3 Rookie of the Year point leader Dalton Wilson, the driver to St. Augustine, Florida in the 14. Best finish 5th twice. Also on the Speedway, Ethan Dodson out of Bakersfield, California, currently 6th in the World of Outlaws point standings. Also on the Speedway, you'll find the B1, Brent Larson, in 12th in the World of Outlaws point standings at the moment, trying to fend off the 1Z of Logan Zarin, who's charging right behind him, the driver to Lake Alamo, Minnesota, in the B1. Also on the Speedway, you'll find Brock Pinkerus in the 555. Pinkerus, the 16-year-old first-generation driver, second full year behind the wheel of a super late model. 4 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 15th at Wayne County earlier this season. And there is the number 10 of Levi Yetter, the 10-star, joining us from Hartford, Pennsylvania. 6 Outlaw starts for the Amish Rocket, best finish 14th at State Line. This past couple nights. Good run for him, got his career best, Levi Yetter. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the Gorsuch Performance Green Flag here in this hot lap session for the World of Outlaws. We'll have one more after this. It's Dennis Erb Jr. 15.431 at top of the charts. Nick Hoffman second, Eric Wilson third, Zach Mitchell fourth, Dalton Wilson in the top 5. There you see the drone shot of the cars coming off of corner number 4. Ethan Dodson, the quickest out of this group right now, 9th quick overall. Pinkerus, 11th quick in the 555. Dennis Erb Jr. still with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, 15.431. By the way, tonight, $20,000 to win, but what's more exciting about that is 60 laps the distance for the feature tonight. Love those longer distance races. Let some strategy play out. Let the, best drivers shine. And tire conversation, you got to save your tires. And just I like good long distance features. And we're getting ready for a couple of them. 100 laps, Prairie Dirt Classic in 2 weeks. USA Nationals 100 laps in 2 weeks. Going to be some fun stuff coming up. All right, Boom Briggs leads out the final hot lap session at Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. The Dave Warren Power Sports number 95. Boom Briggs, 2-time ULMS Series champion, looking for that first World of Outlaws feature win. Ryan Gustin, 7 straight top 10s in World of Outlaws competition. As Peyton mentioned, 5.8 is his average finish here at Sharon Speedway. This team right here loves Sharon Speedway. Going to be fun to watch them tonight as they look for their 3rd World of Outlaws win here. They won in 2022 and 2023 here with the Outlaws. The 55E, Eli Johnson, MD3 Rookie of the Year contender. Getting better and better night in, night out. Eli Johnson, best finish 12th at West Virginia Motor Speedway back on June 12th. There's the number 57, Caden Black out of New Concord, Ohio. Caden, 20-year-old, 2nd-generation driver, 5th year behind the wheel of a super late model. Made his first Outlaw start at Atomic Speedway back in 2024, placed 25th. Trying to better that here tonight. And there's the number 12, Ryan Montgomery out of Fairmont, West Virginia, the Josh Walmsley Racing entry. 9th year behind the wheel of a super late model, 13 Outlaw feature starts, best finished 9th at West Virginia Motor Speedway on June 13th. He just got his career best. There's Clay Rufo in the 14. Glad to have Clay Rufo with us. Clay Rufo joining us once again. We saw him earlier this year out of Brookfield, Ohio, trying to make his first World of Outlaws feature start. Those are all the drivers here in this hot lap session for the World of Outlaws before we get ready for Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying coming up next. track definitely already starting to slow down here. 30th quick for Montgomery, Rufo 32nd, Boom Briggs 9th quick, 15.823. Now throw back to his father. See where Ryan Gustin clocks in here. He's working turns 3 and 4. Ryan Gustin 9th quick in the 19R. He's the fastest out of this group. 9th quick overall, though, 15.807. Boom Briggs 10th quick at a 15.823. Second quick in this group. But the Reaper loves this racetrack. We'll see what he can do here tonight. But Dennis Erb Jr. does have the sticker. That team is very good at putting all the contingency stickers on their car. They cash in a lot. Good for them. Well deserved. 15.431 for Dennis Erb Jr. They will get an extra $100 courtesy of Dirt King Simulators. A quick turnaround for these drivers. Up next, Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Legendary racer Mark Martin brought his winning spirit home, founding Mark Martin Automotive in Batesville and Ash Flat, Arkansas. Ford, Chevy, GMC, the best selection in North Central Arkansas. Come see why they're driven to serve. Visit www.markmartinautomotive.com. Thank you to Mark Martin Automotive for providing us with this season's merch tow rig. As you see the drone shot from the pit area, beautiful pond there. I know a couple guys went fishing yesterday out there, and unfortunately rained out last night, but hey, glad to be here tonight. Saturday night action. Thank you, race fans, so much for joining us. Jim was telling me the campgrounds out there sold out, so thank you, race fans, for coming out and spending your hard-earned money with us. We understand there's a lot going on in town. I think like a big country concert going on, and of course you got Cleveland not too far, you got Pittsburgh not too far, and just so many things to do in this area, and we thank you so much for choosing us as your entertainment destination. On behalf of all of us, the World Racing Group here at Sharon Speedway, and there you see the campgrounds right on cue. I love having the drone. Look at that, campground. Jim, you've been busy all day. For those that don't know who I'm talking about when I say Jim Pollock, you've heard him. If you tune in to Sharon's weekly action on DIRTVision, Jim, you're in charge of camping down there, my friend. A very good packed campground.
You know, and it makes it kind of easy because there's a lot of repeat campers here to come every year for this 2-day show with the World of Outlaws, and we have a good time, and they make it easy.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of fun and a lot of great communications, I should say. And the food. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
If I ate and stopped it everywhere and ate something or drank something, I'd probably weigh 900 pounds.
Race fans definitely know how to cook, I'll tell you that. I had some race fans from Louisiana earlier this year at Volusia bring me some pastelaya. It was out of this world. Holy cow, that was good. Oh, man. But, yes, there's the beautiful Sharon Speedway. How about that? It is a packed venue here tonight. Wow, that is a cool drone shot right there.
You know what, Ruben? I just got a message. Our 50-50 is already up to $1,700.
Holy cow. Let's get it higher.
Yep, and we're going to draw that right after tonight's late model feature.
All right. We're getting ready for Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Cars in the staging area getting ready to commence here being told over the World of Outlaws radio, powered by Racing Electronics. Group A, 17 cars. Group B, 16 cars. We set the lineups to heats 1 and 2 with Group A, and we commence. The 24, Tyler Wyant, out of Oil City, Pennsylvania. The Virgil Iron and Steel R&R Enterprise, Eagle Hoist and Winch, Close Racing Supply, WinchRental.com, Winners Rear Ends, ENK Equipment, Precision Tool, Bish Heating and Air, Lockhart Raceway, Jones Notary, Longhorn Pro Power, number 24. The 55, Chris Schneider, out of Lower Borough, Pennsylvania. The ICA Mechanical, Fast Andy, Butler Truck Parts, It's All Clean Mobile Pressure Washing, Ken Beck Trucking, BT Truck and Auto, Doherty Motorsport, ABT Landscaping, Chuck's Auto Body, SS Chassis, Dom Hoff Power, number 55. Wyant, 16379, Schneider, Faster, 16097 to the top of the charts. Can Wyant go faster here on lap number 2? In the 24, he'll cross the line, and that time slower by 0.3, 16.610. And Schneider will go faster, 16.037. He will set the bar early here in Mark Martin Automotive qualifying Group A. So Wyant second quick, 16.379. Chris Schneider atop of the charts, 16.037 to set the bar here in Group A. Up next, Tim McCready out of Watertown, New York. The Dave Warren Power Sports, Corey Rubber Corporation, Excess Storage, Johnstown Hydraulics, One Rail, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, Trans 58 Bricks Transport, Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, Longhorn Clements, number 9. And the number 22, Greg Satterley out of Indiana, Pennsylvania. The Kaiser Manufacturing, Classic Ink, Screen Broderie and Embroidery, Screen Printing and Embroidery, I should say, all about wrap, Satterley Motorsports, Integra, APCO, VP Racing Fields, Hooker Harness, Simpson Racing Products, and Fast Andy Racing, Rocket Chassis, Clements Engine, number 22 for Greg Satterley. Opening lap coming up here for Tim McCready. 2 wins on the season, Selinsgrove and Volusia. McCready will go second quick, 16:207. Here comes Satterley for his opening lap into 22. Greg Satterley will fall in suit, fourth quick, 16:505 for Satterley. McCready clocking in his final lap here in Group A, faster but stays second quick at a 16:175. And Greg Satterley will cross the line faster as well. Third quick, 16:239. So both drivers taking lap number 2. Satterley third quick at a 16:239. Tim McCready second quick at a 16:175. Up next, you'll find the number 27W. That's going to be Eric Wilson out of Cortland, Ohio. The Chris and Don Wilson own Foundations Health Solutions, Cornerstone Nurse Practitioners of Ohio, Buckeye Construction, DTE Incorporated, Encore Wound Care, Longhorn J. Dickens, number 27W, and Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas. And the Best Performance Motorsports, Bulk Material Lift, First Class Septic, Roberts Beat Company, Paul Construction, Anthony's Pizza, Langenfelder Mechanical Contractor, Sandy Weld, Sunoco Go Lithium, Kaiser Integra Performance Bodies, KBC Graphics, Rocket Clements, number 1. Eric Wilson to the top of the charts, 15:986, the first 15-second lap time, but Turbo goes faster, 15:967. Wilson will cross the line, not faster that time. He will turn a 16.6, first lap better, 15.9, and Turbo even faster, and the Best Performance Motorsports number 1 to the top of the charts, 15.728. Both drivers giving us our first 15-second lap times here in qualifying as Turbo goes to the top at a 15.728, Wilson second at a 15.986. Up next, the number 10, that's going to be Jared Miley out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Blue Mountain Energy, Helltown Brewing, Optimal Transport, Jim's Automotive, plus Corrado Farms, Pennstar Ventures, Rocket Tom Hoff, number 10, and Dalton Wilson in the Big Frog Motorsports, Big Frog Transportation, Viper Risk Management, King Risk Partners, Base Racing Fuel, Ocala Restaurant and Supply, New Point Lighting and Design, Innovative Community Solutions, B&L Construction, Longhorn Clements, number 58V. Miley will cross the line, 6th quick at a 16.280. Dalton Wilson, most recent winner on the tour. He will cross the line, 4th quick at a 16.166. Jared Miley has work to do here on lap number 2. He gets bumped down to 7th, and lap number 2 going to go slower by 0.3. He'll stay 7th at a 16.280. And Dalton Wilson will cross the line, 2nd quick for Wilson, 15.931. Jared Miley 7th, 16.280. Dalton Wilson 2nd quick at a 15.931. It's Erb, Wilson, Schneider, the top 4. Up next, Logan Zarin in the 1Z at Hookstown, Pennsylvania. The All-American framer, Brandon's Lawn and Landscape, Lovell Enterprise, Valvoline, Napa Auto Parts, Zarin Truck and Auto, Wedge Motorsports, VG Performance, Close Racing Supply, Point Spring and Drive Shaft, Longhorn, Durham, number 1Z, and Bobby Pierce out of Oakwood, Illinois. The Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Collin Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Way Services, Pontiac RV, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing, Fort Knox Safe and Volsteininger Construction, River Bottom Dog Training, Precision Cabinets, number 32. Logan Zarin, 5th quick, 16.174. Bobby Pierce ready for his opening lap. The driver that's won here 3 times with the Outlaws. Pierce going to go, 10th quick, 17.149. The only 17-second lap time. Logan Zarin will go 5th quick, slower that time by 0.6. He'll keep lap 1 to go 5th. Pierce has a ton of work to do. Pierce on lap number 2, wow, all the way to the other side of the spectrum. From last to second, 15.802 for Bobby Pierce, just 7 hundredths off the top spot as Tyler Erb with a time to beat, 15.728 over Bobby Pierce, Dalton Wilson, and Eric Wilson. Next to the number 11A, that is going to be Alan Clark. He joins us out of Moundsville, West Virginia. The Reaper Race Cars and Fabrication, So Nuts for Donuts, CST Farms, Swartz Car, Dale Mears powered number 11A, and the 22 Star out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. The GR Smith Motorsports, Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Gambler Transport, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Brick House Tavern, Lake House Wine Bar and Grill, Unified Electrical Services, SJK Construction, and Dirt King Simulators and Apparel, Longhorn number 22 Star, Zach Mitchell. Trouble for Alan Clark. He is, oh, never mind, he's there. 11th quick, 20.477. 22 Star of Zach Mitchell. 6th quick, 16.132. In a 22 Star, coming off a great second place run at State Line Speedway. Alan Clark, lap number 2 should be better here. It is 16.548. And Zach Mitchell will cross the line faster, 16.067, 6th quick. Both drivers take lap number 2. Alan Clark, 12th quick, 16.548. Zach Mitchell, 6th quick at a 16.067. 12 of 17 have qualified here in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying Group A. Up next, Tristan Chamberlain out of Richmond, Indiana. The Gibson Racing, Vision Woodworks, Vision Homes, TC Fabrication, Pardos Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Rollins, Penske, Longhorn Spec number 20 TC, and Brayton Santee out of Conneaut, Ohio. The Metalloid, One Performance Products, Coonley Brothers Trucking, Spacito Insurance Agency, Wayne Insurance Group, Basil Race Fuel, Sunoco, Nolan Bags, Advanced Sleeve, JE Pistons, Pack Racing Springs, Infinity Rhine number 9. Chamberlain, 10th quick at a 16.251. Here comes Brayton Santee in the 9. Santee will cross the line, 14th quick, 16.606. Chamberlain faster, moves up to 7th quick at a 16.137. And here comes Brayton Santee in the 9. Santee 14th quick. He will go slower on lap number 2 by 0.4. So Santee 14th quick on lap number 1, 16.606. Chamberlain lap number 2, 7th quick at a 16.137. Up next, Ryan Scott out of Garland, Pennsylvania. The Busted Nuts Garage, Double D's Restaurant and Bar, Zelenick Trucking, Pamila's Pampered Pets, Rick's Fiber, The Factory Bar and Grill, Team Blair Racing, Rocket RCS Powered number 0, and Nick Hoffman in the Tide Touring number 9. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Tide Touring, NOS Energy Drink, C&W Trucking, Lone Wolf Petroleum, Holdren Construction, Remtech Industries, Petroff Towing, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Tide Touring Performance Parts, Longhorn Clements number 9. Opening lap for Ryan Scott, 14th quick, 16.560. Nick Hoffman will cross the line, 7th quick, 16.071. Ryan Scott will cross the line slower that time by 0.3. He'll keep lap 1 to go 15th at a 16.560. And Nick Hoffman faster, he'll go 6th quick at a 16.046. So Ryan Scott 15th, Nick Hoffman 6th with a 16.046. Final qualifier getting ready to roll on here in Group A. Out of Arkport, New York, the Smith Collision, Close Racing Supply, Apex Well Solutions, Collins Signs and Wraps, Advanced Racing Suspension, Capital Race Car, Rhine Powered, number 97, Kevin Smith. Our final qualifier here this evening. If nothing changes in the top 4 right now, Tyler Erb and Dalton Wilson are the top pole sitter. Actually, excuse me, Turbo and Bobby Pierce. And then you have Wilson and Eric Wilson. How about Eric Wilson with a good qualifying effort here tonight? Opening lap here for Kevin Smith, 14th quick at a 16.400. So right now it's Turbo and Wilson in the front row, Heat 1. And then Pierce and Eric Wilson in the front row, Heat 2, pending nothing changes here on Kevin Smith's final lap. Down the front straightaway, the 97 will cross the line that time. 10th slower, he'll stay 14th quick at a 16.400. No one's going to stop him. Turbo, 15.728 in that Best Performance Motorsports number 1, and he's downstairs with Peyton Williams.
Yeah, Ruben, fresh off an 8th place run the other night at State Line. Turbo, your fastest lap on the first lap, you then go faster on the second. So to show up here early, to post the fastest lap early in qualifying and then best that on lap 2, how confident are you now entering the heat races in the future?
I mean, makes you feel good because I've never raced here, you know, in my entire career. So yeah, it's a cool racetrack. It's very different. I don't know if it's like Smoky Mountain or Brunswick, but it's I don't know, it's just a fresher breath of air to be out of state line, just not my cup of tea. But yeah, got a great spot for this heat race. Obviously need to try to win it. You know, just racing last day of the week here or whatever, and just want to give a special shout out to the whole Langenfelder family. Obviously we lost Mark, and I know what it feels like to lose a parent, you know, and all that, and Josh and his entire family. I really feel for him, and you know, winning wouldn't make anything better, but you know, hopefully we can do something and you know, just excite him a little bit. So just thinking of everybody that's involved with Mark and his family, and see what we got.
Tyler Erb now going to lead the field to the green flag in the opening heat race of the night. And Ruben, we saw it on social media a little bit earlier today, but Mark Langenfelder, a longtime sponsor of Tyler Erb, unfortunately passed away this afternoon. And for somebody like Tyler Erb to potentially go to victory lane, how special of an evening it could be here in Hartford, Ohio tonight.
Yeah, well, oh man, that's a tough one. I actually did not know that until just now. Hadn't had a chance to get on social media today. Well, I mean, you look at his record here in Ohio, 4 of his 6 World of Outlaw wins are from the Buckeye State. 3 at Atomic, and of course earlier this year when he won $100,000 at Mansfield. Hey, you could go 5 for 7 here in Ohio here tonight. Tyler Erb, this would be his 6th quick time if it stands. With the series, 15.728 is his time to beat. As we get ready for Mark Martin Automotive qualifying Group B, we commence 31. That is going to be Lincoln Smith out of Belmont, Ohio. The Pivotal Propane Legacy Transport Longhorn Chassis, Cornet powered number 31. And Chubb Frank out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. The Briggs Transport Quarry River Corporation, Chubb Frank Racing Longhorn Chassis, Clements powered number 1 star. Lincoln Smith. Man, that was fun. Wayne County, he did well. He did well at Bedford. Lincoln Smith getting ready for his opening lap here in the 31. He will cross the line 17.008. Opening lap getting ready for the 1-star at Chubb Frank. He'll go faster, 16.478 for the 1-star. Lincoln Smith ready for his final lap here. Let's see what the 15-year-old first-generation driver can do. He will go faster to the top, 16.443. Chubb Frank will cross the line, and Chubb Frank will go to the top. So both drivers played cat and mouse, but at the end, Chubb Frank wins the battle as he'll be fastest here in Group B at a 16.396. As Lincoln Smith, second quick, 16.443. Up next, out of Carpentersville, Illinois, the 2022 Series champion, the McBride Mac Truck Sales, 5-star race car bodies, Fox Shocks, Riverton Party Store, VP Racing Fuels, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Colin Signs, Rocket Clements, number 28, and the 19, Dustin Sorensen out of Rochester, Minnesota, the Altenberg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, JNS Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yagi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Olins by Longhorn Dynamics, Heavy Hitch, Redline Oils, PEM Rear Ends, VP Racing Fuels, Longhorn Pro Power, number 19. Dennis Erb Jr. to the top of the chart, 16.031. Sorensen, can he go faster? Second quick, 16.211. Dennis Erb Jr., we've been talking about it since his season best at West Virginia, which was second. He's gone 6 for 9 in the top 10, and he's going to go even faster. The first 15-second lap in Group B, 15.997, and Sorensen will not improve as he goes slower by just 0.03 on his second lap. Dustin Sorensen, second quick, 16.211. Dennis Erb Jr. now quickest here at a 15.997. Had the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap earlier and translating that speed into Mark Martin Automotive qualifying. Up next, Bob Dorman out of Stockton, New York. The Dorman Racing New Breed Graphics, Longhorn Chassis, Vic Hill powered number 19, and Ethan Dotson into Bakersfield, California. The ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, North Augusta Customs, XL Flooring, Taco John's, Brad Benton Trucking, BK Grading and Paving, Olin Shocks by Longhorn Dynamics, Contractor Services of Aiken Boswell Oil, Precise Seal Coating, American Racing Wheels, Turco Racing Oils, and H&A Development, Longhorn Clements, 74X. Bob Dorman, fifth quick at a 16.865. Here comes Ethan Dotson for his opening lap. Dotson to the top of the charts, 15.991 for the California Cowboy. Here comes Dorman, faster, sixth quick, 16.834, but Ethan Dotson laid down a great opening lap, and Ethan Dotson will cross the line even better. 15.946 for Ethan Dotson. He is now quick time here in Group B. 15.964 for Ethan Dotson. Dustin Sorensen Bob Dorman sixth at a 16.834. Up next, the number 10 star. That is going to be Levi Yetter out of Hartford, Pennsylvania. The Blue Mountain Energy Thrower Concrete Victory Seats, Corrado Farms, Helltown Brewing, CRS Contracting, Mr. Water Heater, Base Racing Fuel, Swift, and Fox Rocket Coronet number 10 of Levi Yetter. And the 14, Trey Mills out of St. Augustine, Florida. The Mills Concrete, Coltman Farms Racing, Bill Stein, H&R Race Engines, FK Rollins, VP Racing Fuels, Bob Oswald, Oil, Cars Aluminum the Wheels, Quartermaster Wiles Drive Shaft, Longhorn Clements number 14. Yetter sixth quick, 16.707. Trey Mills will cross the line. Fifth quick, 16.420 for Trey Mills. Final lap for Levi Yetter. He will go slower that time, just by 600ths. And Mills will also go slower that time by about half a second. So both drivers, lap one, Levi Yetter, seventh at a 16.707. Mills, fifth quick, 16.420. Up next, the number B1, Brent Larson. He hails out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the land of pressure washers, Fuel Factory, Henco Corporation, T-Pec, The Real Cafe, TS Warehouse, Longhorn Chassis, Vic Hill Powered, number B1. In the 555, joining us out of Ellenville, New York, the Shackleton, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Northeastern Paving and Seal Coat, Russ King Racing, Integra, Wabam, Pink Links, BDK Construction, Asilo Racewear, SRI Performance, Rocket Clements, number 555. That is Brock Pinkerus. Pinkerus getting his career best with the Outlaws at Wayne County back in May, 15th there. Larson ready for his opening lap. He'll cross the line, 7th quick, 16.517. Brock Pinkerus will go 3rd quick, 16.145 for Brock Pinkerus. And Larson will cross the line slower by a 10th as he'll keep lap 1 to go 8th quick, 16.517. Pinkerus will cross the line and go slower by 4/10. So it's going to be Brent Larson 8th quick, 16.517. Brock Pinkerus 3rd at a 16.145. And it's still Ethan Dotson with a time to beat at a 15.964. Up next, Ryan Montgomery out of Fairmont, West Virginia, the Josh Walmsley Racing, Newlands International Sales, Bomax Equipment Company, 84 Lumber, Legendary Transport, Harris Walmsley Enterprise, Next Level Heating and Cooling, A5 Holdings, Central Supply, FIFA Transport, Sorsha Transport, Longhorn Clements number 12, and the 95 Boom Briggs out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, the Dave Warren Power Sports, Corey Rubber Corporation, Nice by Jamestown, Canada, Exis Storage, JHI Hydraulics, One Rail, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roofing, Trans 58 Bricks Transport, Longhorn Clements number 95. Montgomery, 5th quick, 16.279. Boom Briggs will cross the line, 4th quick for Boom Briggs, 16.154. A great opening lap for Boom, 4th quick. Ryan Montgomery will not go faster, that time a 10th slower, 6th quick, 16.279. And Boom Briggs to the top of the charts. Boom Briggs, holy cow! Where did that come from? Boom Briggs, 15.700, an amazing second lap. Here comes the Boom to the top of the charts over Dotson, Herb Jr., and Pinkerus. Up next, number 55E, Eli Johnson at Clewiston, Florida, the Clyde Johnson Contracting and Roofing, Performance Napa, Total Claim Source, 7 Peak Steel, Michael Johnson Productions, Longhorn Eagle number 55E, and Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the Cooney Motorsports, Hooker Trucking, Custom Fabricating and Repair, Carl Chevrolet, Allen Seamless Gutters, Murray Farms, Base Racing Fuel, Mike Jerkins Enterprises, Mel Hamilton Ford Racing, Tire Demon by Tim Love, Dynamic Drivelines, Infinity, Vic Hill 19R. Eli Johnson, 11th quick, 16.539. Here comes Gustin. All eyes on the Reaper here tonight. Ryan Gustin, 4th quick, 16.143. Eli Johnson, lap number 2, will cross the line slower that time, just by 600ths. He'll go 12th quick in his opening lap, 16.539. Ryan Gustin will cross the line that time slower by just 300ths. So Eli Johnson, 12th quick, 16.539. Ryan Gustin, 4th quick at a 16.143. It's Boom Briggs, Ethan Dotson, Dennis Herb Jr., Ryan Gustin, the top 4 drivers with a front row starting spot and the moment, but 2 qualifiers to go here in Group B. Out of Brookfield, Ohio, the Elk Life, Barra Supply and Truck Service, Grumpy's Auto Detailing, ACA Builders, Wedge Motorsports, Rocket Chassis Pro Power. Number 14, it's Clay Rufo. In the number 57, at a New Concord, Ohio, the Zemba and Adams Bros, Joyride Transportation, Mallets Concrete, Walleyes for Wounded Heroes, 803 Company, Muskegon Valley Oral Surgery, Denny's, Bicon Services, Kenworth, Ty Torque Performance Parts, Longhorn Durham, number 57. Clay Rufo, 13th quick, 16.556. Here comes Caden Black for his opening lap, 11th quick, 16.481. So right now as it stands, Boom Briggs has the front row with Dennis Erb Jr. Heat 3, Heat 4 right now is Dodson and Gustin pending no change here. Rufo going to go slower just by a tad, and Caden Black, 6th quick at a 16.198 for the 20-year-old. Great qualifying lap for Caden Black. That will put him third in heat race number 4. So, no one's going to stop him. How about Boom Briggs, 15.700. He'll have the front row with Dennis Erb Jr., Ethan Dotson, Ryan Gustin in the front row, heat race number 4. Peyton, wow, Boom's going to be a happy camper down there.
It was a special night the other night at State Line Speedway, his own event, and then here, Boom, you post quick time on lap 2. You were nearly half a second faster than your first lap. Where did that second lap come from?
I just went down into 3 and 4 and really didn't check it, and I just hit the bottom right, you know. But hell, we weren't even coming. Both my Shanes showed up at 5 o'clock last night and put this thing back together, and I'd say they did a hell of a job.
That's what work gets you, Ruben. The effort, the time these guys take to go up and down the road. Made a last-minute decision to come into the state of Ohio here tonight here at Sharon Speedway. And Boom Briggs, your overall quick time qualifier here tonight.
Yeah, overall quick time qualifier, and that is the 5th ever quick time for Boom Briggs with the World of Outlaws. He will now move into tied for 36th. With 5 quick times with Tyler Erb, Drake Troutman, Frank Heckeness Jr., Jimmy Mars, Don O'Neill, and Robbie Blair. Wow, Boom Briggs laying down a good one. That's good to see. As you are at the front row, Dennis Erb Jr. in heat race number 3, heat race number 4, Ethan Dotson and Ryan Gustin. That's going to do it here for Hot Laps and Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying. We get ready to get in position for opening ceremonies for everyone watching around the world. And actually, one real quick, race fans, we're going to have an update here. And race fans, just an update to 55. Chris Schneider, there was a disqualification in qualifying. He did not have the national late model tire on. And so Chris Schneider will get a disqualification in Mark Martin Automotive Qualifying. That is the information that I'm receiving. So that's the update that I have there. Other than that, nothing changes. Boom Briggs will be overall quick time 5th of his career. For everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, we're going to step aside. You're watching coverage from the World of Outlaws battle at the border.
Hi, I'm Joe Flynn with Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. I want to show you how easy it is to order new tires from Flynn's right from your living room. Just go to flynnstire.com, order your tires, and drive in. You can even sit in your car while your tires are being installed. Save time, buy online at flynnstire.com. At Flynn's, we have the right tire at the right price right now. So when you need tires, just drive in. Flynn's will get you in right now.
And tell them Finny sent you.
It's ARP Fasteners for whatever you race. From 2 wheels to 4. Off-road, on-road, even water. From the flat track to the salt flats. Grassroots racers, weekend warriors, and pros alike trust ARP. Made in America quality, family-owned and operated. When failure is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com. No matter what you race.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough for optimum performance. The highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looks so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
Since 1955, Galt Heating and Cooling has been more than a business. It's been a family tradition. Founded by my great-grandpa with a simple dream to keep families comfortable with warmth, care, and a promise.
When my great-grandpa passed, my papa took the reins, honoring that legacy. Today, my dad leads a team serving 5 counties, caring forward the values that started it all.
Thank you for 70 years of trust. Galt Heating and Cooling, from our family to yours.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. Getting ready for opening ceremonies here in just a few moments. We have World of Outlaws heat races coming up here at Sharon Speedway. Then we get ready for the Dirt Car UMP Modified Hot Laps redraw, last chance showdown action. Modified last chance showdown action, our 60-lap feature here tonight, 20 grand to win. That is going to be some fantastic stuff there. And then the Dirt Car UMP Modified feature, really good quality in the Dirt Car UMP Modified field here tonight. Don't sleep on this one tonight. The Modified's going to be good. As just walking the pit area, I got excited seeing the guys that are here, as we are moments away from commencing opening ceremonies. A little bit of Packers on the speedway, just making sure they all get off the racetrack, and then we will get ready to commence here shortly.
I got one more thing for you. Folks standing along that wall and that fence area, this is going to be your last warning. Nobody is to be standing along that wall or the fence area once the race cars are on the speedway. We appreciate your cooperation. Thank you.
Race fans, direct your attention down to the front straightaway, because the World of Outlaws is more than just the world's best drivers and the fastest cars on dirt. It is built on passion of the best fans in motorsports. Tonight, we are proud to recognize our World of Outlaws ambassador, who go above and beyond to share the grit and glory of this sport. Joining us tonight, our official World of Outlaws ambassador is Snuffy Thompson from West Middlesex, Pennsylvania. Snuffy has been sharing the outlaw spirit from their hometown to right here in Hartford, Ohio, encouraging others to come and experience the greatest shows on dirt. As a token of our appreciation, the World of Outlaws are proud to present a custom ambassador kit and an exclusive VIP experience for tonight's feature. Race fans, let's hear it for our ambassador, Snuffy. Thank you for being the heartbeat of the greatest shows on dirt. So thank you again. The ambassador program has been fun, and I've really enjoyed seeing our ambassadors throughout the year. And again, thank you to all our great ambassadors throughout all season. As getting everything in position downstairs to commence invocation and national anthem here tonight. Race fans, again, thank you all so much for choosing us as your entertainment destination. A lot happening in town. And we'll go downstairs to Peyton Williams.
Ruben, thankfully we're able to get the second half of the Battle of the Border here at Sharon Speedway in this weekend. We're just moments away from heat racing action. So fans first, opening ceremonies time. We ask that you please rise as you are able. And gentlemen, remove your caps as Russ Ward is here tonight to offer up the invocation.
Thank you so much. If you would, please join me in a word of prayer. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for a beautiful evening here at Sharon Speedway. God, we just thank you, Lord, for your love and your grace and your mercy. You love us so much that you sent your Son to this earth, God, not to condemn us, Lord, like your word says, not to condemn, but God, that through Jesus Christ we might be saved. And Father, we may have eternal life in relationship with you. Father, we are most thankful for that. God, we ask you to be with us in tonight's program. We ask you to watch over our drivers as they race, God. Keep each and every one of them safe. Lord, we just all want to go home together tonight. We just ask you to watch over our fans, our crew members, and all those who are watching tonight on TV. Father, we just ask for a great, safe night, and we just ask you to be with us. We ask all these things in Jesus' holy name. And everybody said, amen.
And fans, please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Race fans, hot laps, qualifying, and opening ceremonies in the books. The final night in the Buckeye State for the Outlaws in 2026, and heat racing action coming right up.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Peyton. We get ready for 4 dynamite heat races here at Sharon Speedway. Let's give you the starting lineup for the opening heat race of the night. On the pole, Tyler Erb out of New Waverly, Texas, the Best Performance Motorsports #1, and to his outside out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, looking for his second World of Outlaws feature win, the Big Frog Motorsports #58V, Dalton Wilson. Row 2 to the inside out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the Tide Tauric #9, a Nick Hoffman, and rolling off 4th out of Richmond, Indiana, the Gibson Racing #20 TC, Tristan Chamberlain. Row 3 to the inside out of Watertown, New York, the Dave Warren Power Sports #9 at Tim McCready, and to his outside out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Blue Mountain Energy #10 of the Jet, Jared Miley. Row 4 to the inside out of Arkport, New York, the Smith Collision #97 of Kevin Smith, and to his outside, joining us from Garland, Pennsylvania, the Busted Nuts Garage #0 of Ryan Scott. Your final starter in this one at a Lower Borough, Pennsylvania, the ICA Mechanical #55, that is Chris Schneider. That's the way they line up here in World of Outlaws Late Model Heat Race #1. Top 4 transfer to the feature. The winners will go to the top 8 redraw. Redrawing for positions 1 through 4. Second will go to 5th through 8 redraw, and then 3rd will start 9th, and 4th will start 13th in tonight's 60-lap, $20,000 to win feature event with the Outlaws. Not to mention the start money tonight, huge as well, $1,500 just to take the Gorsuch Performance green flag here tonight. Race fans, we'd also like to extend a warm welcome to our friends at Stack Products. Stack Racing Products, of course, sponsor of Heat Race #2, but a big sponsor here for this weekend's Battle at the Border. Go to stackproducts.com and see all the great products that they produce, products that win, I should say. I mean, they have the front filler on there. They got the custom hood. They got the late model right door, left door, quarter panels. If you're a late model driver out there, visit our friends at Stack Products LLC. Modified drivers, too. They got that modified flat door, modified flat quarter panel, modified roll door. They have all that stuff. Check it out. You can shop their apparel on there as well. Again, that's stackproducts.com. That's STAKT. Thank you to them so much for stepping up and always supporting dirt racing and, of course, the World of Outlaws late models, as they also sponsor the World of Outlaws Battle at the Border. There you see the beautiful drone shot here in beautiful Ohio, and I absolutely love this facility. Gorgeous facility, and getting ready for the opening heat of the night. Dalton Wilson going to come to a stop over here in turn number 4. He will get some assistance from Matty Watkins, and we'll get Dalton Wilson rolling here. Looks like he's going to have to look at the right side of that race car. Field rolling, though. Tyler Erb, of course, no stranger to victory lane with the Outlaws here this season, winning just right down the road at Mansfield. Tyler Erb's been pretty good as of late. You look at Tyler Erb's last couple races here with the World of Outlaws. They've all been top 10s. You have to go all the way, of course, Norman County was 12th. But before that, you have to go all the way back to Selinsgrove, the last time he wasn't in the top 10. And before that, you have to go to Sanoa. So since March 28th, well, really, Farmer City. So since April 10th, he's been in the top 10 every time except twice. That is pretty remarkable. For Tyler Erb. This team has been really, really good in World of Outlaws competition. So that's 20 of the last 22 races with the Outlaws that Tyler Erb has been in the top 10. That's pretty remarkable. All right, here we go. They get the one to go signal. This is World of Outlaws heat race number 1. Time to make some noise here at Sharon Speedway. The World of Outlaws battle at the border underway. Into turn number 1. Hoffman to the inside of Tyler Erb for the race lead. Down the back straightaway, Tyler Erb. Gonna edge Hoffman into turn number 3. Great battle. Who's gonna lead lap number 1? Hoffman good. Down low at the line. It's gonna be so close to call. It's Tyler Erb by 500ths. Now, Hoffman back to his inside. New dirt on this racing surface. First time we see racing action on this new dirt. And right now they are side by side in the opening laps of competition here tonight. And new leader, Nick Hoffman. Second lap, second different leader. It's Hoffman over Tyler Erb. McCready in third. Fourth is Dalton Wilson in that final transfer spot into the feature directly from heat race number 1. Nick Hoffman will come around to lead here back to back. Drivers 5th on back right now are Tristan Chamberlain, the 10 of Jared Miley, the 0 of Ryan Scott, the 97 of Kevin Smith, and the 55 of Chris Schneider. After that disqualification for having the wrong tire on in qualifying, trying to mount a comeback, he'll get around the 97 of Smith for the 8th position. So right now, Dalton Wilson in the 58, looking to the inside of Tim McCready. That's the battle for 3rd down the back straightaway. McCready going to have it into turn number 3. They're side by side, working off of turn number 4 this time. And at the line, McCready will have the 3rd position. Wilson on the bottom, those two going at it. You're not missing anything up front. Nick Hoffman just continues to pull away here. A 1.2 second lead over Tyler Erb. Wilson on the bottom, McCready on the top side. Oh, Wilson up the racetrack. McCready's there. He's going to cross him over. And at the line, McCready will have 3rd. Dalton Wilson in 4th. 5th, the great battle here as Chamberlain has it, but the 10 of Jared Miley trying to get around him. That's the pole position for Last Chance Showdown number 1. 5th place, an important one as well. The Barrett's Performance 1 to go as the number 9, and Nick Hoffman looking good. Down the back stretch and off of corner number 4 from the inside of row number 2 to get it done. Nick Hoffman, winner of Heat 1. Tyler Erb will come home 2nd. Followed by McCready and Dalton Wilson. Drivers outside looking in. Tristan Chamberlain, Jared Miley, Ryan Scott, Chris Schneider, and the 97 of Kevin Smith. Top 4 transfer. Dalton Wilson will start 13th tonight. Tim McCready will start 9th. Off to the 5th and 8 redraw, Tyler Urban picking up the win at Mooresville, North Carolina. The Tri-Valley Equipment, Bill Stein, Petrov Towing, Remtech Industries, Holdren Construction, Lone Wolf Petroleum, Tide Torque Performance Parts, NOS Energy Drink, and CW Trucking. Number 9, Nick Hoffman, a winner of the opening heat of the night. I'm going to go downstairs and talk to, let's see. Well, we were supposed to talk to 3rd place, Tim McCready, but McCready rolling right on through, so we'll catch him another time. All right, let's give you the starting lineup here for Stack Products Heat Race number 2 on the pole.